Thank you for joining this morning. I diet right, and we're going to do some gentle yoga as well as um, one of my favorite breath works for days like today when it's cold and snowy and you just want to cuddle up under blankets and get warm. Um, so we'll get to that in just a few minutes. Please excuse me, I'm still dealing with a cough that I've had for a few weeks now. So, and I can't reach my mute button to mute when I need to cough, so I do apologize for that. I'll try to pop the headphones out and hopefully that helps. um, and additionally, these headphones aren't the best, so I do apologize if the sound cuts in and out. Um, just, do your best to follow along watching video. If you can't hear me, I'll demonstrate everything today so you can see what's going on. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and find a comfortable seat. I like to sit on a blanket so that it pops my hips up and allows for me to come to a nice straight spine. And close your eyes or look down. And just for a moment, observe the body and observe the breath. Noticing without changing anything where the breath is moving and how it feels in the body. Is the breath easy, easeful and smooth? Is it deep or shallow? Notice where your body is connected to the ground. Notice the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. Just observe the sensations there. And notice the chest and the heart space. Notice if you are pulling the shoulders back and opening up through the heart, or if you're closed in, guarded. And if so, just invite your shoulders back towards each other, allowing the space to open up so that when we begin to breathe deeper, we make space for this air. And notice the hips and the sensations you might be feeling there. Maybe you're feeling tightness, restriction, tension. All right, go ahead and begin to make your breath longer and deeper. Bringing the breath all the way in, through the chest, into the belly, filling everything, allowing everything to open and expand with and for the breath. And exhale completely, allowing your lungs to completely empty, the belly to push back towards the spine. Inhale fully and exhale deeply. And you taking deep breaths in and out, just a few minutes, really allowing yourself to arrive. If you like, you can bring your hands together at the heart center. Maybe before you bring them right to your chest, go ahead and rub them together. Take a little heat in the palms, stimulate the energy that lies between our palms, and place those thumbs right to the heart. Take a nice full deep breath in and exhale. We're going to tune in with the chant of Om. So if you'd like to tune in, you can, um, we'll chant on the third exhalation after taking 3 breaths. If you don't wish to chant, you're always welcome just to listen and observe. Take your first full deep breath in and exhale. Another breath in and exhale. And last breath to chant. Deep breath in. Om. Take a nice cleansing breath in. Exhale, you can release the hands down and blink open the eyes. All right, so we're going to begin with a seated forward fold, sweeping the arms up as you inhale, point the palms forward, and exhale down to the ground. Stretching here. Allow the neck to be even with the spine, coming down only as far as your hips are interested in. This point in our practice, that might not be really far because we're still nice and stiff and tight. Take a couple full deep breaths in and out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully. Allow yourself to sink into the posture as deeply as you can. Inhale, walk yourself back up to seated. And inhale again, reaching arms up to the sky. We're going to take the right hand and place it next to our right hip. Reach tall in the left fingertips. Allow those left fingertips to come over to the right, stretching the left side body, making space in the ribs and the lungs. The next time you exhale, bring both arms up and let the left hand come down, right hand over. And inhale back up. This time we're going to twist. So as we exhale, we're going to turn to the left, bring the left hand behind us, right hand across the left knee. Turn towards the left side, gazing towards the left shoulder. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, sweep the arms back up to center. As you exhale, turn towards the right, bringing right hand behind you, left hand across the left right knee. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, sweeping arms back up, stretching tall. Let those hands float back down. And to begin to work our neck a little bit, we're going to bring our chin to our chest, and this will be our exhale position. When you inhale, you'll roll the head so that the ear comes to the shoulder, whichever side you want to start on. Exhale, chin back down to chest. Inhale, ear to the other shoulder. Go ahead and continue with this motion in the rhythm of your own breath, allowing them to be full, complete inhales and full, complete exhales, side to side. do one more on each side. And when you do your last one, inhale, look forward. So next we're going to go into that breath practice I was talking about earlier, the warming breath. So this breath has a lot of benefits to it. It's very warming and stimulating. It can help improve focus, alertness. It's often called the yoga cup of coffee because of the stimulating nature of it. It's also because of the physical movements that come with it. Um, it's why it's a very warming breath, and it's called Bhastrika. And it is also known as the bellows breath, so stoking the fire. So the way this breath works is this is our inhale position, or exhale position, sorry. Elbows are tight into the ribs, fists are clenched and facing forward. When you inhale, you reach the arms up, spread the fingers wide, and then exhale those hands back down really hard and sharp. So these are full breaths, but they are sharp breaths. So just kind of observe for just a moment while I show you a couple of them. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. So we're going to do that. Go ahead and do that. We'll do 10 breaths to begin with, and then we'll pause and do another 10 breaths. So take a nice full deep breath in, exhale, and begin. Inhale up, and exhale, let the hands float down. Take a pause, just noticing the breath, noticing the energy shift and the sensations in the body. We're going to do that one more time for another 10 count of breaths. So bringing arms back to the exhale position. Take a big breath in. Exhale completely. And begin. Inhale up. Exhale, float the hands down. Pause with the palms up on your lap, breathing naturally, just noticing all the sensations that you might be feeling now. And when you're ready, we're going to move the hands and knees. We begin to prepare for cat and cow. So if you're on a really firm surface and your yoga mat is a little thin, or you're using something other than a yoga mat and it's a little thin, you may want to consider putting a blanket under your knees, just to give your knees a little cushion here. Make the pose a little bit more comfortable. So we're going to come up on all fours, tabletop. Knees are about hip width apart, um, stacked under the hips. Tops of the feet can either your feet can either be down on the tops or toes tucked in. We're going to bring our wrists and elbows in alignment with our shoulders, gazing down towards the mat. The nice straight spine. Inhale, look forward, open up the chest, and drop the belly towards the ground, arching the back. Exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the hips towards your head as you round your spine to the ceiling. Inhale, looking forward, coming into cow. Exhale, tucking in into cat. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling to cat. Let it complete this posture for several breaths in a rhythm that feels good for your body and your energy. Just alternating, inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat. Take these long and slow, deep if you can. Let's go ahead and do that two more times. Inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat, inhaling and exhaling. And do that last one, come to a neutral spine. Next, we're going to move into child's pose. Bringing knees about mat width apart, feet together. Sink your hips back towards your heels. They also feel nice to bring a block under the sit bones here to allow your body to make contact, especially if your hips don't meet your heels all the way. Then you can bring your head down to the mat, or even bring it back to a block or something stacked up. Again, these are all just choices and options. Resting the forehead on something, stacking the hands or resting it on the mat. Take nice, full, long, deep breaths. Really allow yourself an opportunity to rest here in this posture. Take a nice, long, deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in. Exhale, sink down into the posture. And then inhale yourself back up into tabletop. We're going to transition to standing through downward facing dog. So press, walk your hands forward just a little bit, not much, just a little. Spread the fingers nice and wide here. Tuck your toes. And then we're going to push our hips up and back, up and back. So you can have a micro bend to your knees. Our neck and shoulders are relaxed. A long line from hip to wrist, from hip to heel. Maybe it'd be nice to walk your dog a little bit, increasing the flexibility in the backs of the legs. We're going to look towards our thumbs. Just walk our feet in to meet our hands into feet. Then we'll come into a full forward fold. So here in our full forward fold, our biggest thing is that we're going to allow the top of our body to relax down towards the ground. Doesn't matter if you can touch your toes or not. If you can, and that's a goal of yours, that's great. If you can't, and that's a goal of yours, that's great. But we are really mostly interested in staying rooted in the feet and the hips while allowing the upper half of our body to just relax down. So relaxing, hinging at the hips, let the hands just drop, let the head drop, let the neck relax, just hang out. Another option here is to hug the elbows, so hands to elbows. Sometimes that allows you to draw down a little deeper. Take a few breaths here. And then let's just roll slowly, very slowly up the standing. Shoulders come back. Chin lifts. Taking just a moment to center. Find your equilibrium. Then we're going to come into mountain pose here. So feet are about parallel apart, or parallel to one another, about hip width apart. Our hips rock forward slightly as we bring our shoulders back and open up through the chest. So there'll be a little arch to your back here. Those shoulders come down your back. And then you can either bring your hands forward, or you can keep them down at your side. It's all about whether you're wanting to receive, or if you've had enough. Just pause here, feeling strong and powerful. In kids yoga, we call this pose mighty mountain. We do so because it has the potential to make us feel confident, strong, and powerful. Another version of this posture is called Samasthihi, the pose of stillness. The only changes is that we bring the palms together at the heart center in prayer pose, Prana Mudra. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to pick things up just a smidge as we work on our hips a little bit today. We're going to do so through low lunge and half split. Gotta keep an eye on our time here. I don't have my normal timepieces available. I guess I kind of do. Thank you, Naomi here. And I know in live classes, I normally play a little bit of music in the background. Doesn't translate well through Zoom, and there are copyright issues with recordings of yoga classes. Um, so just to make things simple, we just keep it silent so you're always welcome to like pop on some tunes in the background at your home. All right, so low lunge half split. So we are going to begin. If you have blocks available where you're at, you're welcome to grab them and use them for here. If you don't have blocks available, you can create modified blocks with books or pretty much anything that you can create a firm, stable surface with. Just make sure that it's something that's not going to slip and slide on you, because I wouldn't want you to be in a posture relying on the blocks for support and then slide out from underneath you. So we'll go ahead and see where I'm at here. I always bring my blocks down to either side of my feet, just ahead of my feet. Then we'll reach down. You can bring your hands to the blocks. If you don't have the blocks, bring your hands to the mat next to your feet and step your right leg straight back. We're going to come into a high lunge here. So I'm going to take this off so you guys can see what's going on here. All right. And we step straight back, coming into that high lunge. So runner's lunge is what this one's called. We're going to bring this right knee, or left knee, sorry, and stack it on top of the left ankle. We don't want it to go ahead of the left ankle. If you are naturally doing so, go ahead and walk your foot forward a little bit. The right hip draws down towards the mat. You can have a little bend here because we're going to come down to the mat with this anyways. Open chest to the front. Drop that back knee down. Bring the top of that back foot down. Check the alignment of your knee and ankle in its front leg. And bring your blocks to wherever it feels good for you if you have blocks. If not, you can bring your hands to the ground or isometrically hug your thighs together for support. A couple more breaths here. And then we're going to transition out of this into half split. So to do so, we're going to simply push into this front foot to bring our hips back to the back leg, straighten the front leg, toes to the ceiling. We're going to walk our blocks back for now. Find that alignment. I need to scooch over just a little bit. I'm in the center of my mat. Find that alignment. Hey, puppy. You're in the way. Yes, we know you like to join the class. This front leg can have a micro bend to it if you'd like. And you can stay up or you can fold down towards that front leg, keeping your back as straight as possible. That can be helped with blocks, dog kisses, keeping those shoulders still drawing towards each other to keep that spine nice and straight. And then when you're ready to come out of this, we are going to go back into the low lunge. So we're going to bring that right foot down, bend that, or left foot down, bend that left knee, sinking back into this low lunge. Yes, I know. You're just very cute. Yes, you are. Oh, no, don't do that. And then when you're ready to come out of this, we're going to tuck those back toes, stop, straighten the back leg, and then we'll just step these feet together. Sorry, that was a little tricky with an unplanned partner. And then if you like, you can pause in a full forward fold, just stretching and integrating, noticing the backs of the legs and how the sensations may change between the two of them and in the hips. And then when you're ready, bring hands to blocks or next to your feet. We're going to step that left foot straight back. Straight back, coming into that high lunge on this side. Bend the right knee, stacking it over top of the right ankle. When you're ready, bring that back leg down. That top of the back foot down. Again, adjusting the knee on the front leg as much as you need to. Bringing your hands to blocks, whatever way feels comfortable for you. Again, if you don't have blocks, hugging the hips together. When you're in these stretches where we're stretching each leg alternatingly, you may sometimes find one side feels different than the other, and that's totally normal. Then we're going to move into the half split, pressing into that front leg, straightening the front leg, bringing those hips back to the back leg, walking your blocks back, coming up to a tall spine. Again, when you're ready, if you'd like, you can fold towards that front leg, keeping the spine as straight as possible. And then to come out of this one, we just walk back into the low lunge again. Tuck the toes, the back leg, straighten that back leg, and then step the feet back to one another. Come into a full forward fold. Once again, noticing the sensations of the body. And then just roll on up to standing. When you come up to standing, just pause for a moment, reconnecting to the breath. through long, slow, deep breaths. Now might also be a nice time to stop and take a little sip of water if you have it available. And now we're going to go into some really gentle sun salutations. So these sun salutations I call half sun salutations. And I do so because we really only do one part of it. Sorry, it's chilly back here, so I'm going to keep this on as much as possible. Stay nice and cozy. All right, so for half sun salutations, let's come back into mountain pose. Finding our feet parallel to one another, hip width apart, nice and rooted. But our knees are a little bit like bouncy. So we're rooted through the hips, into the heels. Then we're going to bring our hands together at the heart center in that pose of stillness here. Let's take a few breaths together before we begin. Make sure I need to step. Hold on. Hey, go lay down. Get off my mat. Come on. Don't get fussy. Not many yogis enjoy a dog chewing a bone on their mat. I am no exception. I'm just trying to make sure that on my right side, I'm not going to smack anything with my hands as I up and down. And at home, you may want to do that too. Don't want anyone getting hurt in sun salutations. All right, so hands at pose of stillness. Let's take a nice full deep breath together. Exhale. Another deep breath in. And exhale. And let's begin. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, pushing the hips forward, leaning back slightly, little micro back bend. And then exhale, swan dive down into a full forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, hands to shins, flat back, gazes down. Exhale into full forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. As you root down to rise up. Once again, leaning back. And exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling fully. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Leaning back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll go one more time. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale half, exhale full. Inhale rise. Exhale hands to heart. Pause for just a moment, allowing yourself to be in the energy that you've created. Allow that energy to swirl and move. Excuse me. All right, friends. I think we are just going to do, we're going to move into warrior one. Or no, I'm sorry, warrior two, extended side angle and triangle. As we do these last standing poses before we sit down and cool down. So let's step our feet nice and wide apart. Wide feet. Turn the left foot out, keeping our hips square so this long end of the mat. Let's keep our right foot pointing towards the long end. So left toes out, right toes in. So your feet should be in alignment, kind of like this. If you can't see my feet, I can't tell what you can see here. So if you can't see my feet, my left foot's doing this, my right foot's doing that. Hips right here. I'm sure it's a little twisted. Hips right here. Let's bend this left knee. We're going to put it right on top of this left ankle, not ahead of it, just like in the low lunge. Go ahead and look down at your feet. We want to see that our left heel is in alignment with our right arch. If it's not, make any adjustments that you can, if you can, and keep those hips right here on this long end. Bring our arms out, shoulder level. Sometimes we tend to go up a little high on warrior. Keep our arms right here. Flip your palms up. Feel your shoulder blades draw down your back. Then flip your palms down while the shoulder blades stay where they are. Bend, gaze towards the left fingertips, and just breathe. When you turn your head, make sure your hips and shoulders stay to this long end. Sometimes when we turn our heads, we tend to turn our bodies too. We want to try to avoid that here. From here, we're going to take this left arm and just release it and rest it. Not leaning on our left leg, we're just resting here. And this right arm is just going to sweep up like this and land on our right shoulder. Or I'm sorry, our right ear. I realized I said shoulder, not ear. And in a cartwheeling motion, we're just going to come back up into warrior two, straighten that front leg, and next we're going to move into triangle pose. So we're going to bring our hips are going to shove back towards our right foot, and our left hand is just going to come straight down while our right hand goes up. And you can gaze in any direction that feels good for your balance and your neck. Take a couple big breaths. When you're ready, reach for the sky, grab an invisible rope, and just come on up from the right arm. Let the hands come down. We're going to turn those left toes in, right toes out. We're going to do the same thing on the right side. Let's look at the right heel, left arch. Bend the right knee on top of the right ankle. Arms out, shoulder level. Yeah. Lift the palms up, let the hands or shoulder blades draw down. Let the palms fall back down, shoulder blades right where they stay. And then gaze to the right fingertips while keeping the hips and shoulders facing the long end of the mat. Big deep breaths. We're going to let that right arm rest on the right thigh. Left arm sweeps across the left ear. Cartwheel back up, warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Let's come into triangle, pushing the hips back to the left leg. Right hand down to the right leg, block mat, left hand to the sky, gaze in whichever direction feels good for your balance and your neck. Then we're going to grab that invisible rope at the ceiling, come on up, the hands come down. From here, we're going to do a wide leg forward fold. Same concept as a forward fold. Our legs are wide out. We're going to hinge at the hips. Bring your hands down to the ground in front of us. And have a micro bend to your knees. And just let that head fall to the ground. From here, heel toe your feet together a little bit. Just a little bit wider than hip width apart. And then let your sit bones sink down to the earth and come into a low squat. Yogi squat, Malasana. Elbows come inside the knees, palms together, straight, tall spine. Then bring your hands down to the ground and carefully transition to feet. Next part's going to be a little tricky. Can you move? Go, go, go get it. Thanks. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So we are going to we're going to move into half dragon. Actually, we're just going to go straight into full dragonfly here, stretching the legs out nice and wide, toes to the ceiling. If you can't see them, toes up. Find a nice tall spine. If you need to, like I need to right now, have a blanket. Bring that blanket under the sit bones. This to help your uh, spine stay nice and tall here. Okay. So we're going to turn towards the left leg and hinge at the hips as we fold down towards that left foot. Just stretching here, keeping spine as straight as possible, coming down only as far as we can while keeping that spine straight. Then go ahead and walk yourself back up. Turn to the right leg and do the same. Fold toward that right leg. Coming back up, turn to the center. Nice tall spine. Walk your hands forward again. Spine straight, coming down only as far as you can do so while keeping the spine nice and straight. And walk yourself back up to a neutral spine. Bring your soles of your feet together and come into butterfly posture here. So with butterfly, today you can make this butterfly whatever feels good for you. So if your hips are feeling a little tight, you may not feel good to let your knees drop open like this. So you can always bring a block and place it underneath the knee, each knee. You can also bring your feet a little further away from the groin area. If you want a nice deep hip opener with this, bring those heels nice and tight. Let those knees just drop away. And then regardless of which position your feet are in, you can either stay up or fold into your butterfly. Again, as always, only coming in as far as is comfortable for your body. Take a couple of breaths here. And when you're ready to come out, press your hands into the ground if you're folded and push up. Let your feet come away. And go ahead and transition onto your back. A little limited on what I can do here as far as our final postures. I need to move my mat a little bit, so please bear with me. Okay. All right, so we're going to come down onto our backs as we get ready for our final movements. Let's go ahead and bring our knees in towards our chest, getting into Apanasana, the wind relief posture. Hugging those knees in from the side down just a smidge. Bringing those knees in. Taking a couple breaths here. You can have your feet flexed or relaxed, whichever feels good for you today. And let those feet come down to the mat, keeping the knees bent. I'm going to move into reclining pigeon. I'm going to bring that right ankle across the left knee. Let that left right hip relax so that right knee kind of falls away from your body. So this right here is the hip opener. You want a gentle version with a little deeper, you can walk this left foot in. If you'd like to go deeper still, you can just go ahead and bring that left knee in and grab behind it with your hands. Flex your feet and press that left knee into the right ankle. Right elbow goes into the right knee crease and pushes it away. Take a couple breaths here. This is reclining pigeon, or also known as figure four. This is a great gentle hip opener that you can do just like we're doing now, laying down, or you can even do it sitting in a chair. If you sit in a chair, all you do is fold over your lap after you've crossed your legs. Let that left foot come down, then the right. You're going to bring the left ankle across the right knee, same thing. Let that left hip relax so the left knee falls away. Then you can stay here. We'll walk that foot in to make it deeper. Or you can raise that right foot up, grab behind it, push into the left ankle with the right knee, feet are flexed, left elbow in the left knee crease to push that elbow away. As you bring that in, and then go ahead and let that right foot come down, and then the left. Walk your feet out to the edge of your mat so that your knees knock together. So you're going to bring your feet a little further apart than hip width. Let those knees kind of fall together. And then keeping at least the sides of your feet on the mat, let those knees drop down to the right, or sorry, the left. Be able to stretch in the front of the right hip right here. And then rock those knees over to the other side. Let's knees back to center, come back into Apanasana, wind relief, knees into the chest. Bring your hands out into a T or a cactus, whichever you have space for. Drop those knees down to the right. Turning your gaze to the left side. Bringing knees all the way to the ground or a block. A little limited, so I have to make some adjustments here. Using your core muscles, go ahead and bring those knees back into center. Drop them down to the left, looking to the right. Go ahead and bring those knees back into center with those core muscles. Give yourself one more little hug. Go ahead and find Savasana, laying flat on your back. I will not be going to Savasana so I can watch the time for it. So go ahead and come flat on your back. If being flat on your back is uncomfortable due to like low back issues or other body things that make that position a little uncomfortable for a lot of people, I highly encourage that you grab a pillow. If you have bolsters at home, go ahead and grab one of those. Or roll up a blanket and just place it underneath the knees or the backs of the thighs. This will help take some of the pressure off of the low back while you're laying here and also makes that transition from laying down to sitting up a little bit more easeful. Once you've gotten completely comfortable, go ahead and take a nice full deep breath in. Exhale, relax all the muscles in your body. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Sink down into the earth and to rest. I'll call us back up in about 5 minutes. You can begin to make small movements in your body, wiggling the fingers, wiggling your toes. Go ahead and roll your wrists, roll your ankles, Go ahead and reach your arms up above, stretch tall, and then stretch the legs out, pointing the toes. Stretch her away. Come on down. And when you're ready to come back up to seated, you can do so either by rolling over to one side and pushing yourself up carefully, or you can rock and roll yourself up to seated. Whichever way feels good for your back. I know that for me personally, I have to rock and roll because when I've been in Savasana for a long time, it's not comfortable to come up by rolling over and pushing up. Whatever feels safest for you. And when you've arrived, top of your mat, pausing, keeping the focus inward for just another moment, noticing the sensations in your body now, noticing how you feel, noticing the places like your hips and your chest and how those might feel. You'd like you to bring your hands together at the heart center as we close our practice today. Bowing down to your inner brightness, allowing yourself to be filled with gratitude for taking time for yourself today, for filling your own cup. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace. It is an honor to be of service to you today. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you for joining today online, either live or by replay. And hopefully next week we are back in the studio. If you enjoyed the live class or the online version of the class, I do offer this even when I am in the studio for classes. So take care of yourself, stay warm, stay safe, and enjoy your day. Thank you.